What's up, everybody? Thanks a lot for tuning in to Week 8 of Birds of the Feather Flock Together. This your boy Marcel, the host, and then we got your boy Cash in the building, and we got my boy Jay in the building. What's going on, fellas?
What's up? What's up? What's up, everybody? What's
Hey,
going on?
chilling. We're gonna go ahead and let Cash start us off with the NFC East standings, and then Jay let us know what's going on in the NFC, and then we'll jump right into the highlights. Appreciate everybody tuning in. Cash, whenever you're ready, you can go ahead and go.
Yes, sir. So, I mean, do I really need to say it? Who's first in the NFC East division again? Do I really need to say it? Do I need to really say who's undefeated in the NFL? And we in what, week 8? It's all right. We had a bye week, so what? We still undefeated. And let's listen. If you want to, try to take any credibility from us, let's talk about what's going on in our division because I'm really hyped about our division this year. Because our division always gets slack. Because, like I said in the past, in previous shows, we get into the playoffs, into the wild card with a 9-8 record, or some crazy type of record where people don't put respect on our name. So look at the numbers for this season. Now, to be honest, it's like I said again, the Eagles is the best team in the NFL, period, right now, the best record in the NFL right now. If you look at the teams under us, our direct competition, the Cowgirls and the Giants, listen, you got to respect the numbers because the only other team that will go in between the Cowboys and the Eagles right now, if you look at the whole NFL as a whole, would be the Bills and the Vikings.
That's a fact.
So come on, you gotta put respect where respect was due. I'm gonna keep that a buck. And listen, who are these guys at the bottom? They got a W. They need to change that to a L.
They've won 3 in a row too. That's crazy.
Crazy.
Honestly, the whole division as a whole, like you mentioned, us being known as the NFC least for many, many years, kind of like how the NFC South is right now, how their division leaders at 4-4, and that's how normally you'll see us in our division. You know what I mean? Something
Right.
like that, or a losing record. But overall, I'm very surprised at the Giants. I'm not surprised at the Cowboys, which I am surprised at the Cowboys with the situation with their backup quarterback in there. So both of those Cowboys and the Giants at the standings right there is a humbling situation for us as Eagles being only 7-0 and them being 6-2, where we can lose a game and we're tied or one game behind or tied, depending on the way things play out. And you see how the Cowboys is over the Giants because they already have a 1-0 division lead by beating the Giants, and by us beating the Cowboys, that keeps us in the division lead. But I like our chances, and very surprised at the Commanders also. So it's a very surprising division right now with the Cowboys, Giants, and Commanders. Not saying that I've seen the Eagles being 7-0, but I've seen them being division leaders at this point of the season right now.
Right.
We were optimistic heading into the season that we were going to be good. We're just over the top good.
Most definitely.
I agree. And listen, the Cowboys got Dak back, so Dak is back. So, listen, man, we'll see how the rest of the season go, but I don't see us really moving from that spot for at least another 3 weeks, 4 weeks, maybe.
And then to add, to elaborate on what you're saying, also, I want to say something we talked about last week or the week before, since we was off last week, with Jerry Jones in the head of position with the Dallas Cowboys. All Eagle fans are in great shape. He's like look at the trade deadline go by. They're in desperate need of a wide receiver. They didn't do nothing. They're in desperate need of a lineman. They didn't do nothing. And with him being at the helm, it's great news. They'll never be good as long as I'm not wishing death on no one. So please don't take this in the wrong way. But the Cowboys won't be good until he's unable to run that team.
Take a step back, and let's bring in a real GM and because everything on him is based off emotion to me. As long as he's there, we're good because, like you said, they're gonna give you glimpses and hopes to their fans, but they're not. I mean, they make no trade when it's off season. You never see them sign big free agents. They never really go after the huge free agents. They don't really like to bring in outside guys. He likes to draft people. In the NFL, you got to make trades. You got to acquire people other ways besides the draft. The draft is not always going to be your only source. Jerry falls in love with his draft picks. That is a known fact. If he drafts you, he loves you like a child.
Big facts. Look at their offensive coordinator. A mediocre, but he's been through the Cowboys from the bottom to the top, and that's why Moore is right there still. And Jerry Jones, to elaborate on that a little bit more, Jerry Jones is okay with having a mediocre product on the field because he's getting big bucks as if he won the Super Bowl because of these crazy cowgirl fans. They're going to support and go crazy. And every year, this is our year. And they're going to support, get new Michael Parsons jerseys. They're going to do all that. You know what I mean? And his revenue is not losing. He cannot make the playoffs or win the Super Bowl. And he's going to make the same amount. I mean, of course, not the same amount of money, but he's making the same amount of money as an average team winning the Super Bowl would make in a year. He's making that if he don't make the playoffs.
Yeah, even if you don't make the playoffs, win or lose, they're still one of they're the top franchise in the NFL, but in all of sports, they're one of the most, highest.
They're the highest worth. You know what I mean? Their franchise is worth more than any franchise in any sport.
You know what else they lead into? Disappointment.
I graduated high school since '96, my dude. You know, I mean, I graduated in high school in '96. The Cowgirls ain't been good since '95. Keep it 100.
Bro, let me just say something to how these Cowboys fans are, man. They went so hard to reach to pull up stats that said how many playoff appearances and how many wins and losses in the playoff appearances to say the Eagles got the most losses out of playoff appearances. Come on, you reaching, bro.
Yeah, but
no, we got the most wins. We got the most wins. Yeah.
We got the most wins, but they were saying that we had the most losses as well. That's why I'm saying you really reaching.
That's
for
fake
something.
news. That's fake news.
Come on.
Listen, there's a hate group I just discovered on Facebook. These Dallas Cowboys fans. I'm always in there just reading what they be writing. I be commenting too, but it's just the way they think. It's like a disease. It's like an infection in their brain. They think every single year. I don't get this. We beat them. We 7-0, and they still think they're the better team at this point in time.
They do.
Now use this. Use this for example. They get rid of Amari Cooper, and they lose, right? Now, he was the one holding us back. He was the anchor. This our year. We got rid of him. Now they're just so delusional, bro. And that's the problem with them. You know what I mean? So we gonna move on and away from the Cowboys because they're not relevant and we making them relevant. But we just wanted to point that out to them delirious fans that y'all ain't worth shit. You know what I mean?
But listen, getting to the Giants, man. Listen. I give respect where respect was due. I was respecting the type of game that they was having this season. I was surprised that they lost to Seattle. Anybody else was surprised they lost to Seattle?
I was surprised that they won the games that they won. You know what I mean? Like beating the Packers. Unfortunately, it was in London or whatever like that. I was surprised that they won that game more or less than the Seahawks. That was a flip of the coin game. They both sorry. You know what I mean?
Yeah, I'm surprised with them overall. I couldn't call it. I didn't think they would be 6-2 at this point. Like that's mostly a well-coached team opposed to the Cowboys, but overall, they right behind us. I like the 2-game cushion we have now, but if we can make it 3 and 4 games, it's more comfortable because 1 and 2 games in the NFL cushion is not a lot. That could change in 2 weeks consecutively. So.
Especially with injuries and stuff, speaking on that, with us experiencing Jordan Davis going on injured reserve, so that means he's out for a minimum of 4 weeks. You know what I mean? So I see him being out 6 weeks, come back. Only thing that I dislike about the injury is him being a big dude and it being on the ankle. He's unable to condition. He's not able to work out, nothing. So when he comes back, he's going to be an empty shell of himself until maybe beginning of the playoffs or something like that, because he's coming back in week 14, week 15, and that leaves us 2 games to play, 2 games to play at the end of the season. And with us continuing what we're doing, we may not even be playing our starters for the last couple of games. So that's going to make into a sticky situation with him being hurt and with him being what's up, Rome, with him being a big dude and unable to condition and work out on that body. You know what I mean? And he's going to have to basically sit up. Hopefully they put him on a crazy diet and he's able to, work on a bike or something, you know what I mean? Until then, because we just can't have him unhealthy. But we're going to let Jay hop into the NFC standings overall, and then we'll go ahead and hop into these highlights.
Copy that.
All right. So let's talk about this. So to be truthfully honest with you, these are stats that are more important to me because I want to lock up the number 1 seed. Because if you lock up the number 1 seed, then you could just 2 games to link and the Super Bowl. So right now, if you look at the Vikings, that sole loss on the Vikings at 6-1 is from the Eagles. The Seahawks, these are all. First of all, this is all by division lead. Everybody is a division leader except the Cowboys. They're the wild card. So the other 4 teams are all division leaders. So you might see a funny record like 5-3, 4-4, but that's just what it is because that's where the seeding would be. But the Cowboys are 6-2. We beat them. Okay. The Vikings are 6-1. We beat them. So we beat the top 2 other teams besides ourselves in the NFC, which is a positive.
Facts.
Good positive. Vikings have won 5 straight since our loss. If you look at this streak, the last game the only loss after that game, I guess they turned it up.
Right.
And then the Falcons, everybody in that division has a losing record, except them. They're at 500. So that's going to be one of those weird divisions, kind of how the NFC East typically historically has been, with teams finishing 8-8 and pretty much even and shit like that. So I mean, we're in good position. We still. I'll keep my eyes on the Vikings because they could string off a bunch of victories and end up with a good record. But we're in the driver's seat. Everything is behind the Eagles right now. Everything is in the rear. Literally everything. Nobody's in front of you. They're close, but they're not in front of you. So I like where they're at. The Cowboys 6-2. They have one of the Giants. They're not showing them there, but there would be the second wild card spot. So that would be crazy to have 3 teams from the NFC East all in the NFC. That would be absolutely crazy. But
crazy.
The way the NFC, the strongest teams obviously are in the NFC East. Obviously, the Cowboys and the Eagles both in the same division. They're the strongest, and the Giants are right there. But we don't know how the season's going to play out. Like you said, injuries start coming into play. The longevity of the season starts coming into play. So we're in position. I pray for that number 1 seed, man. It's giving me 2017 vibes when we handed Nick Foles the key. And you remember at the end of the season, he was looking shaky, and I'm like, damn, I'm glad they got this spot. He got a long time to think about, and then he ended up playing the best games of his life. So
and home field advantage also.
And home field advantage, and 2 games at the Link. I don't care who you are.
It's not.
It'll be easy.
It's not
and
easy.
playoff time. And it's
That's a fact.
And one thing about fans in Philadelphia, season ticket holders and everything, they do not sell their tickets for playoff games.
Oh, no.
It's not going to be nowhere near no kind of home field advantage for no team.
No.
I don't care how your fan base is.
Right.
Listen, I went to the last playoff game 2020 when they lost to the Seahawks, and even though they lost, man, you could barely find a Seahawks apparel in there, barely. Once in a while, they was blending in. They'll flash up, but you don't see opposing fans in the playoff.
Big facts. Well, we're gonna go ahead and hop into these highlights right here. We're gonna of course pause it after every play, get the input of you guys, you know what I mean, and we'll move on. And then we'll at the end of the podcast, we'll discuss towards the end, we'll start discussing the Texans for tomorrow.
Copy that.
Go ahead and get into this highlight.
Battle of Pennsylvania.
Right, Battle of Pennsylvania.
So what y'all thinking about this play right here with the penetration on this first play of the game? Well, not first play of the game, their first possession of the game.
Man, I love that. I love the D line. I love how who was that who made that tackle? That was Sweat. Oh no, that was Reddick. Right?
Yeah, Reddick.
Yeah. I love that, man. He looked like he was acting like he was tied up with the lineman. Got off the block real quick to make the sack. That's a real good zone blitz, man. I like this play. I like how the defense came off.
Go ahead, Jay.
I say, he's so far, I'm pretty sure he's leading the league. If not, he's top 3 in tackles for a loss. I'm pretty sure he's in the top 3. I don't want to confirm. I know he's in the top 3 though.
Big facts. We're gonna go ahead and move on.
Let's go.
It's funny because ever since Marcel said BG look out of shape, every play BG make, I'm watching. I'm looking for it. There you go. It was AJ's day, man, for the gate.
Yeah, that's kind of a late throw on Hurts' end. It should have been a first down, but that's a good dig on AJ's part right there, 100%.
Yes, sir. Good blocking. Good pass blocking.
Man, I like AJ swag, man. This team needed that. Let's go. Okay,
First down run with Miles right there. I'm liking, 3rd and 1. It was a no-brainer play. They expected Jalen Hurts to keep it, like we always do around that time. And we did a little pitch out, which was smart at that time. Had Kelsey roll with him, a win-win situation. We can't get 1 yard off of that. That's great defense then.
Right. I like how Smitty was over there holding the block. And who that? Didn't he, number 34 in Pittsburgh, didn't he just get traded to another team?
No, that's their wide receiver.
Oh, okay.
Claypool
got traded. Okay, but I like how Smitty step up. He's supposed to be a little man. What he weigh, like 160, 170 or something like that?
Yeah, he ain't playing.
He's throwing a block.
he throwing up blocks. What I'm saying,
Yeah,
bro.
he
throwing up blocks.
About his blocks.
That's
his
dope.
blocks little, he picks and chooses in his spots. He had a good one on a touchdown last week.
Big facts. On the run from Miles.
Yeah, on the run from Miles, he had a good block, a very deceiving good block.
Yeah.
Hey, I want to back this play up. I forgot the gentleman name on Sports Center who said it. He used to be an Eagle. I forgot his name, but he's on the got his own little podcast. I want to show y'all this play that he dissected. He said that the Eagles ain't playing checkers. We out there playing chess, right? Yeah. So check this play out right here. So before the play starts, watch how Pascal goes out on number 34 that you was just talking about. Mm-hmm. and sets up the block for this play right here for Goddard. And just watch the 2 bottom receivers right here. See how he goes to block number 34, and Smitty ends up getting 34. Watch that play is gonna come up again in the thing, and I'm gonna break it down for y'all. But we're gonna go ahead and go to the next play. But just remember that play right there.
All right. I love this that this is in our playbook, man.
Man, it's just first down after first down. What you gonna do as a defense? And if he just imagine if Jalen fakes that and Goddard starts going up the field and he just dimes it over his shoulder, that's a touchdown. That's a touchdown. You start playing chess with these dudes, run that same play again, and he gonna try to cut it off, thinking it's that play, and now we on a fly route. See you later, buddy.
Absolutely. I love how we utilize the RPO, man. Like, I'm not even a real advocate for the RPO, but if you ask me, because thinking from the defense, like shit, you could take away 2 of the options. If it's a run or a quarterback sneak, you just got to watch the flats for whoever's coming out on the side. So so it's not really. But for the 4th down, it's a little uncomfortable as a high risk play for me. But for the Eagles, it's crucial. Because we got the weapons there. We got Goddard. We got receivers. We got Miles. We got everybody.
In our offense alignment, bro, we're set up for RPO. There's no way you can double team anyone on our offense. If you do, you're stupid. We're going to just take advantage of the dude that you feel is our weakest link. We're going to show you how good this dude is. You know what I mean? Yeah. Bottom line. So that's where all defensive coordinators are pulling out their hair at night, prepping for the Eagles, you know what I mean? 100%, because it's like it's pick your poison. It's pick your poison.
Pick your poison. I love it.
Go ahead and move on.
Oh man.
And look at that bully ball.
And they had them double team.
Look at wait. 39 is Minkah Fitzpatrick, right?
Yes, sir. Their best player.
Their best defensive player. Okay. Look at his reaction once the ball, like he literally, bro.
He got tight. He's tight.
That's a Pro Bowl. Fitzpatrick, I'm telling you, that's a Pro Bowl player.
Yeah.
And he went up and just mossed him and took it from him. He was just waiting for the ball to come, and AJ just took it here. He was waiting down here. AJ said, "Let me take that." And
double coverage. Jalen, I like this, man. Jalen is like, go get it.
But at the same time, that shows a lot of trust in your wide receiver. For you to just throw it up like that, and you be like, just basically he's saying, throw it up and I'm going to go get it, dog. You know what I mean?
He says that all the time. Every week, AJ Brown says, if you see me, I'm open. He'll tell you, I'm open. I'm always open.
That's his handle. That's his handle on IG. Always open.
Always open. That's what
Oh,
like
speaking
how
of
that
speaking
team
of
up there.
IG, let me get a little distracted off of this, man. I'm gonna pull this up towards the end. I got the picture, but do y'all follow CJ on Instagram? Like I was saying,
Yeah, yep.
okay.
I started following him.
Do y'all see on Twitter though? If y'all look at his handle, he posted a picture. Michael Parsons was at the
Yup,
Phillies
yup.
game.
Yes,
Was at the
Phillies
He
game.
said this guy
He
want to
said-
be an Eagle,
It's
man.
bad, bro. Is it crazy or not? That
So
dude is the funniest person on the Eagles right now, bro. I fucked with CJ, bro.
Yo,
He said
that
this
is
guy wants to
dope.
be an Eagle, bad, bro.
Yo, he was hugging. He was at the table. He was at the game yesterday, at the Phillies game. So he's a PA kid. He's from Harrisburg. I had to look all that, but I remember he went to Penn State. So I didn't even really realize that he went to Penn State and that now he has to play.
Oh, where he went to Penn State? Oh yeah, that's hard. Like you going to Penn State, you automatically got love for the Eagles, man.
There's Eagles and Steelers fans over there.
Right. But yeah, this is a dope pass coming out the single back formation. You know, shit, AJ is just a dog, bro, and he was double teamed.
Bro, the game just started. There's minutes, and this was 3. He already had them frustrated seconds into the game. 200 seconds into the game.
Hey, and that's why I'm wearing this jersey right here in honor of Brown.
There we go.
I try to wear a different one every week, but I had to do a double up on this one because of the game.
Yes,
but I want to say also, if it ain't for the O-line, bro, Jalen don't have the game that he have. AJ don't have the game that he have. We got to start giving credit where credit is due and start looking at, instead of looking at the big picture, look at all those steps that it take. Like I mentioned with the chess, doing this one play in the first quarter, bringing it back in the fourth quarter. This team gonna think you're doing this, and you're running the second. As a coach, bro, you got to have at least 4 plays for every play. I mean, formation, should I say? If you're running for a formation, if you're running it and you run it off of this way, run it off of this way, you got to have different looks at it. So when the defense see it again, they think you're running that same play, and it's the element of surprise. You know what I mean?
Well, Marcel, I'm gonna tell you one thing right now, because I know you're a coach, and from a coach standpoint, the Eagles really value the offensive line. They've always have. That's a position that they've always valued, and it really shows. Mailata, they sat and developed Mailata. They've always, they drafted Lane. Almost everybody on their line, everybody on their line is a homegrown piece. They don't pick up offensive line off the street. Nobody really does. But the Eagles value the offensive line. Everybody on that line, they just work
both sides of the ball.
Stoutland University, Jeff Stoutland, the coach, the offensive line. That's why Mailata said he went to Stoutland University, because he deserves all of credit, Jeff Stoutland, for what he's done with the offensive line for all these years, up until today, present day.
Big facts. We're going to go ahead and move on.
There you go, AJ. The party started early.
Oh, they did the taunt like what was it, from Stomp the Yard?
Yeah. That was on point. No, that was a second touchdown. This one, they don't do it on this one.
Nah, they looked like they was lining up to do it just there.
Yeah, they was doing it right there.
Oh, okay, so that was the first one that they did it on.
Well, he tight.
Yeah, right there. Yeah, there you go.
That was lit.
I like how they put the side-by-side comparison on.
Yeah, on ESPN.
Yeah.
All right, let's run it.
Makes it even look better.
That's their best play of the game, honestly. One of their best plays. That's the only thing with the soft coverage. You know what I mean? You allowing that underneath crap right there, and then when they bring an offensive lineman to block out, all you gonna have the cornerback just retrieving. You know what I mean? So that's gonna get you 4 or 5 yards on the first down and 1st and 10 or something like that. If it's 3rd and 4, something like that, that play's not gonna work. We're gonna have press coverage. You know what I mean?
Look how much Eagles are there on that side of the ball, like you said, playing the soft zone. They're all playing back. So look at how they all converge.
1, 2, 3, 4, 5,
swarm the ball.
6. Yeah. So yeah, I agree with you, Marcel. You know that defense, it ain't real too comfortable. But look how we could recover. I mean, the 5 yards, like me, I always see the method of the madness. We don't want to give away yards. It don't make sense. But if it's a strategical, like you said, we was playing chess. This is a chess move right here, making somebody think it's open, and then look, you got 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 people waiting on top of the ball.
Big facts. Let's continue. That's a great point. They ate on that one.
Yeah.
That's another thing too. We're playing with the lead. So you basically can give up a touchdown and you back even. You see what I'm saying? So
Right.
that's the kind of defense that you're running until they get back even. Now you're running back again as you're playing like you're down. And that's where the mindset needs to be at with our DC, so we can continue blowing teams out like we did right here by, you know what I mean, keeping our foot on the pedal, you know, no pun intended, but all gas, no brakes, you know what I mean, on their neck, you know what I mean? Because if we continue doing that, then there's gonna put their offense in a position where they're going to have to continue passing. And then now there's more interceptions, more possessions for our offense. And then there's more points being scored by us being more aggressive. It's the more common denominator. Be more aggressive. You get more turnovers. You get more points. You get what I'm saying?
I feel you.
Big facts. And we just letting them march once again with that soft zone defense. Go ahead.
Look at again with the converging, like you said, everybody's playing back. So, you know, they're just, that's why there's little pockets. Like you said, there's open little pockets, you know, just go stand up, hit the pocket. And that's what
happened. Right. So who almost made that sack though? Was that, what's his name? Robert Quinn? We just drafted him from the Bears, right? I know he played this game.
No, that wasn't him right there. That was Sweat.
Oh, okay. Copy that.
Sweat
is a dog.
He hustles to the whistle. He's blown. And then some.
I like him better than Barnett, though. Me personal opinion. Barnett, he's one of those dudes where he'll get closer to the quarterback and he'll throw it and he'd just say, F it, I'm just going to hit him anyway. You know what I mean? And get the penalty because he got there. He's not a smart player and disciplined at all. You know, I wouldn't be surprised. We seen a highlight with him on ESPN or some breaking news. He in jail for domestic violence. He looked like that type of dude.
That's crazy.
I'm just being funny.
No. But all jokes aside, he know the rules. And every game he does a costly penalty. I mean, he's injured right now, obviously, for the rest of the season. But he done cost a lot of plays over the years, man.
And he's gonna be gone too.
Aggressive.
I just want to say one quick thing. I believe we did better with loss of yards for penalties this game compared to the games in the past. To be honest, though.
Big facts. Big fact. And another thing is by us controlling the turnover margin, by us getting turnovers and getting extra possessions for our offense, and they're not creating no turnovers. That's a great thing for us. That's how you win games. Right. If you have more possessions and you lead the turnover margin 9 times out of 10, you're going to win the game, bro.
Yeah. Possession. Yeah. Every possession matters, and the extra possessions capitalize on.
Big facts. And once again, this is that defense, Hassan Reddick putting pressure on him. This is that defense that you get when you have a lead that I dislike about our DC. It's like you got to play like you're behind. This is the first quarter. How are you acting like that 7 points is enough to win the game? And you just let them go down and march points. Same thing where it could have kind of bit us in, bit us in the butt in Arizona against the Cardinals when they missed that field goal. We let them march down the field just like that with the game on the line, bro.
I agree with you. This defense that they're playing is suited more for a fourth quarter, or like you're blowing them out. You don't really care if they put up 7 at that point, you know. But this, you know, like I would like to see a blitz or two in the beginning, like right away, you know, just a little bit because, you know, he's too soft to start the game.
And even with this win right here, we didn't even get any pressure with blitzes or anything. Nothing. And that's going to bite us in the end. Wonder if it's a game where offense is unable to put up points, and we need to be stoppers, bro. And we can't let teams march down and get 3 every possession, bro. We can't allow that.
That's a fact. Death by 1,000 cuts.
Let's see.
And I like that they needed Triggery to get into the end zone on this possession. Bradbury and Slay is beasts. You got to do some BS to get into the end zone, especially in the goal line with our D line too. You got to think quick and get rid of it fast.
Oh, Bradbury's doing his thing.
See, and this is blew it too. This is Graham intimidating the center and got him penalty. You see, they going for 3 right here, and they got the penalty, and then they ended up going for 6 right here because of the penalty.
Boneheaded plays.
And I expect somebody else to do it, not no not no BG. You know what I mean? And then you got Claypool right here and then you know what I mean? Like everybody went to go get him and left him open. What's up, Coach Diggs? You guys are killing it now, but as a Giants fan, this hurts. The key to Philly now is the turnover margin, playing from their base. Man, big facts. Big facts. We just said that right now. And this used to be my coach and Pop Warner right here, Coach Diggs right here. That's crazy. Appreciate you,
Coach Diggs.
Looking for the comment, Coach. Nobody saw that play though coming. Claypool
at all. Not even me.
He threw his left hand too, right? I believe.
Yeah, he left-handed.
He left-handed, yeah. So nobody seen that coming.
Come on, and that's somebody we got to watch out for this week too. Quez and Smitty this week, bro, is about to eat.
Right. Okay.
Quez is looking for him. Quez hasn't ate too much because it's there's bigger players in front of him. You understand, like Smitty and freaking Goddard gets more targets than him. Brown gets all the targets. So, but Quez is a burner, man. That's our secret weapon. So right now, Eagles only got a secret weapon. I feel like that's our secret weapon.
Is the DJ? He's DJ.
Yeah, he's DJ.
You think he DJ? I don't know, bro. I think he's not DJ. But DJ is a reach if you ask me. I wouldn't compare him to DJ at all.
Yes, you have to. You have to in this offense. He's our deep threat.
Yeah, he's our
deep threat. Our quick deep threat.
I get that, but
I could agree.
DJ.
Why do you think AJ and Smitty be open all the time? Because they're so scared of Quez hitting you over the top. So that's why you're creating single teams for one-on-one for Quez and Brown. Only time Brown is getting double team is when Quez is out the game, bro. You can't double team. How can you double team any three of them when they're in the game, bro?
You can't do it because you're gonna give up. You're gonna give up the one-on-one battle.
He takes the top off the defense, bro. He's gonna make your soon as Kelsey hiked the ball to Hurts, that safety is backpedaling, bro, because he have to.
Fastest receiver for sure, hands down. Yeah, definitely. He's one of the fastest receivers. A lot of people don't really know who we know who he is because we're Eagles fans. Right. But the average NFL fan don't know who Quez Watkins is, and that's okay.
Let's keep it like that.
And to hear what you're saying with Cass, what you're saying, I'm not comparing him as DJ, I'm comparing him as the role that DJ had. DJ wouldn't have 10, 15 receptions for a $189. He might have 4 receptions, but he'd have had 109 in passing because he's our deep threat. You know,
that's a fact. You would have had that in 1 or 2 games.
And really quick before you go on to the next slide, I just was watching an interview with DJ, and he holds the lead and yards after the catch, I think above 50 yards or something like that.
Passes after, not yards after catch, passes over 50 yards.
Passes over 50 yards. So that's why, salute to that man. Much respect. I wish they could have treated him right. And he tried to come back to Philly. He came back to Philly.
Even like 2 weeks ago, he said it on the podcast. But
we don't need him. We don't need him right now.
We don't need him now.
I hear him, but right now we don't need nobody distracting the chemistry. That's why I'm glad we didn't get nobody, especially Kareem Hunt. I'm glad we didn't get him because that would have split the locker room right there. Because you got to play Kareem, and then you got to get rid of Boston Scott or not Miles or Kenny G. Gainwell or Boston Scott got to go. Trey Sermon gonna stay, but one of them gonna go.
Yeah.
Let's go ahead and move on.
I'm happy with our running game. I feel like Miles is a dog himself. We don't need another.
Yes, sir.
And he can block like that.
You saw that, right? You saw that.
Look at that. AJ be spinning with the ball. He never just gets tackled and stops. Like he always moves some kind of way.
Big facts. He's valuable in so many ways. That's why, like I said, once again, that's my favorite Eagle right now, bro.
Hard to tackle.
Really quick, why another reason why I appreciate AJ coming to the team. So when they doing a comeback or a short pass,
let me say this. Thank you, Titans. Thank you.
Thank you, Titans.
They didn't want to pay him. Plus, they a run first team. They didn't really see, he wasn't never gonna flourish in Tennessee, man. He I took it off topic, but he posted a little tweet the other day or post the other day. He said, "I'm like that song you skip and realize that I'm fire later on." And he was talking all to Tennessee. Because let me tell you, son, he was that. Look, what he's doing for the Eagles right now, if you ask me what's the one thing that changed in this year, it's AJ Brown.
Right. So
And Bradbury. And
Bradbury on the
and
defensive
CJ.
end for sure.
Yes,
But
yes.
overall, if you give me an overall, I would say Bradbury for sure. Definitely. Because Bradbury is going, he is. And
That was our missing links last year in continuing having and thriving, should I say, in the playoffs, was having a defense that can stop. Slay couldn't do it all. All he can do is stop your best receiver. And we're not the team that makes Slay move sides of the field. He plays one side of the field. You know what I mean? Bradbury plays his side of the field. So if your best receiver moves to the other side of the field, Slay's not going with him.
He's not. And then the thing is that we were getting him lined up with a number 2, and we, like we said, we've been weak at corner for a very much a long time. Slay last year opened it up a little bit for us, having Bradbury. The defense is Gardner Johnson is another asset too. I mean,
man, that's
it's hard to pick. It's hard to pick because on the defense it's like Bradbury and then Gardner Johnson, but then Slay is right there, and it's like.
They play off of each other, Jay. Bradbury wouldn't be as good if it wasn't for CJ.
Absolutely,
because look at
all tied
CJ.
Together.
Take in consideration of Rodney McLeod.
Yeah.
What he did for our cornerbacks and helped them out by them being so sorry with being what's his name that's in Rasul Douglas, you know what I mean, and Green Bay, and then whoever Mills, you know what I mean, that's
Sidney Jones,
Sidney Jones, like if it wasn't for McLeod, they would have been exposed, you know what I mean,
Jenkins helped them a lot too.
That's what I was about to say. Jenkins and Rodney. But Jenkins, CJ is playing a Jenkins role. Epps is playing Rodney's role. But I'm using McLeod because McLeod used to come up to the line of scrimmage. He didn't play as a normal free safety because of the bad coverage we had. Swartz needed him as an extra help. So you know what I mean, we basically played a cover 2 with our safeties even instead of a free safety, strong safety. You get what I'm saying?
Yeah.
I remember Jenkins used to run in and play the slot from time to time.
And playing linebacker. He played linebacker.
Linebacker, slot, receiver. I mean, slot.
Big facts. Let's go ahead and move on. Eat. Like right there, pick your poison. Pick your poison, bro. Pick your poison. We're going to continue.
Yes, sir.
Pick your poison.
Oh, my God. Wide open. Not even a wide open. Love it. Some of these receivers are wide open.
Because they're having to pick their poison, bro.
Right.
It's like you're going to leave somebody open, bro. And then in Goddard, he stops and chips the outside backer first.
Absolutely.
So the safety is looking at him as a blocker. So now you're getting free. You know what I mean? And that's who I always pick on my weekly to have his weekly yardage. He's going to have his weekly yardage 100%. There's no way no defense is going to hold him, bro. The way, like you just said, the way of our offense is set up, Goddard is set up to eat. He's the not the third option. He's the best option in every play.
That's a fact.
He could run too,
man. And this create plays like this. Like once you do that, now what? Now you gotta have the safety cheat. Now Fitzpatrick got to cheat now.
Look at Fitzpatrick again. He like,
oh my God!
Look at the lady. Look at the lady right there to the right. Her hands on her face. Oh my God!
Like this is like you see somebody kid getting beat up. Like, oh my God!
Did he just do that to those kids?
Oh,
like
AJ Brown
I feel sorry for
these kids.
Hey, real quick, y'all heard that? You know what's crazy? They drug tested him after this game, bro. That's crazy.
Yeah, but that's a random, but not a random.
That's a random. Yeah, that's how
not too random.
Look at this. This is too small. Definitely, man. Get away. It's his children, man. AJ Brown got kids. He don't need more kids right now. Man. He got to focus, man. He babysitting these DBs out there, man. You see this?
And your boy Hurts is just so humble, bro. Like, man, that's what's keeping us right there, bro. Because if he was to start acting a fool, they all gonna run right behind him. If he start playing boasting and bragging and all that shit, the team gonna be right behind him.
Really quick, no offense to Coach Diggs, but you ain't never gonna see Jalen Hurts on the yacht when we getting into the playoffs with the rest of the team.
Man, not enough. Hey, with the rest on the bye week, huh? On a yacht with Trey Songz. Why Trey Songz on here? It ain't no females.
Yo, we don't need no boat rides, no none of that.
No distraction.
They
No
gonna be on the
Tim's on the
field.
boat,
They gonna
none
be in
of
the
that.
locker room.
Then they had Tim's on the boat, man, making New York look crazy.
No, that's a pick.
Oh my God, I threw his hand.
Love
was
that
a
one.
pick. Hey, that boy Pickett has some heat on that ball. That went
Is
straight.
that Epps?
through
I
that
can't
man.
tell. Is that
Sure
a
that-
Yeah, that's Epps.
That's Epps, right?
Yep.
Yeah,
Epps has stepped it up too. That's another player we've developed.
most definitely. He
Oh,
got it
Hurts is
again.
just
Yep.
got it again.
Telling you, bro, like there's every week bet on this man to get his
Oh
yards.
yeah, his thing could be like 45, 46 yards. Every
Yeah.
week I put him for more.
Every week on FanDuel, I throw him to get in there, and I add Miles as a touchdown because they starting to feed him now. I make sure Miles get his touchdown. I make sure Smitty get his yardage this week. Smitty was the only one that messed up my ticket this week. He didn't get his yardage, bro. Smitty didn't get his yardage.
AJ was eating.
AJ was eating.
Mm-hmm.
But
And
God
then
is
towards
right
the
about
end,
his yards.
he would have got it. He was like 14, 15 yards away, but they put in the subs, the backups towards the end of the game.
That's one play, man. That's one reception.
Man, that's all I needed. Eat.
I mean, like
Like it's just too easy, bro. It's like I'm picking. Hold on, let's
he's playing catch. It looks like he's playing pitch and catch. Real talk. The only way a defense can win is in the
Double the slide.
Man, they have to and have fun, and it ain't too many.
They got two
You
of them,
Yeah, and we got two number ones,
which is we were struggling to get one for many years.
and then we can add the slot or the Y. We could throw Goddard in there, you know what I mean, and then bring Kenny Gainwell or Miles Sanders out the backfield and empty
Coach.
backfield, you know what I mean? So it's just like we create all kinds of mismatches, Coach Diggs. So if they did do that, you know what I mean, have their number one follow our number one, we create another number one with Smitty, and then we have Goddard that can move to the slot, Pascal, you know what I mean, and then we got Quez. Not to think about it, it's just like pick your poison, and then we empty the backfield, throw Sanders or Kenny G out, you know what I mean, and out wide and empty the backfield. That there's so many mismatches right there, and we'll just run that formation all game and won't have to run the ball and let Jalen Hurts just run the ball. Now, what you create in that matchup, now you're creating your linebacker or your strong safety gonna have to eye Jalen, and I'll take that matchup any day of the week.
Any day.
That's just where you get with this team right here. We're so stacked right here. Nothing, you know what I mean, that I can see a defensive coordinator can do unless they're blitzing us and with a corner and a linebacker every play to make Jalen Hurts have to throw the ball quick. But if he do that, all you're doing is having AJ Brown or Dallas Goedert box you out as if it's in basketball and just throw it up to him right there.
That's
Like that. You know what I mean?
What's up, Warren?
What's up with it, Warren? We're gonna bring you
What's
on
Steve,
after these highlights, and we're gonna talk about these Texans for tomorrow. We're gonna bring you on after we get these highlights, bro. Greatly appreciate you, and we're gonna keep it pushing.
So fake. Yeah.
You seen that? Right?
Hey, you saw that fake?
Oh my God! Now let's look at Minka again.
No, but let's look at this. This is one of the plays I wanted to mention again.
Okay.
Like, okay, so remember with look at these corners.
Mm-hmm.
This corner, I think that's Quez or Smitty right here going out in the thing. He's trying to attack because they seeing this with the quick pass and they seeing him coming up the block. So they're trying to attack. So that's why watch these two corners. Look how he's going forward. The top corner you see right here, he's moving forward. And
Right.
AJ and them. So right there, you're beat. Soon as AJ start going up the field, you're beat. So like watch these corners right here.
They tried to retreat.
And it's too late. That's when Jalen see it.
Yeah.
Look, they're behind
Right.
me and holding on. That was past
Minka was trying to come over. Minka was trying to come over, got there too late.
Right.
And that sets up back to one of the plays that I was talking about in the beginning. But the real play gonna be coming up next, the one that I wanted to show y'all about, or that I mentioned earlier in the game.
Copy that.
Not meaning next, but meaning next touchdown.
Copy that. Any real good D-back already know if you got somebody like AJ Brown or Smitty or Quez that you defending, you ain't leaning forward. You got to start backpedaling. Otherwise, these dudes will fly past you.
And that boy is going to be a baller. Pickett's for them. That boy is a baller.
You just don't have enough pieces yet.
Yeah, and they got rid of Claypool, so now he's going to be needing to be the number one.
Bradbury was beat on his play.
But the ball got knocked out. That was a catch. They should have reviewed that. That was a catch too. But he knocked it out at the last minute.
He's getting out of the pressure. This Pickett guy.
Because look at the score. Now we're running the soft zone.
Mm-hmm.
You know what I mean? We're gonna continue doing the soft zone right now, and it's the second quarter, bro. Like we're allowing them to score right now. That's all they caring about. You know what I mean? It's getting down, putting some kind of points on the board to create some kind of momentum. We could pause it and then keep going.
Hey, you ever it might be a little bit off topic, but this might elaborate on what I believe the strategy is. You ever seen somebody like in an arm wrestling competition and you see a little dude win because the bigger dude is, he thinks mentally that he's winning because he's stronger than this guy, and you just see the other little guy just snap back for the win? That's what I feel like our defense is doing.
And that's every week though, bro, because of our offense. Just say, for instance, our DC is not comfortable with certain situations. He can be comfortable because he knows our offense is going to put up points. Mm-hmm. But with us in the second half, we're starting to create that narrative, eliminate that narrative, should I say, and starting to get points in the second half. Yep. But we need to continue it. And with that being, as a defensive coordinator, you feel you can make a mistake here and there, and your offense is going to get your back. And that's the problem that we having with Gannon right now. Mm-hmm. But he's looking good when he has to shut us down. I just wish that he would take every play as a mandatory shutdown play instead of when we need it, and then the game is over. You get what I'm saying? Facts. That's just my personal opinion with him. He's a good DC as what he's showing as late, but he doesn't, like right here in these situations. This is when he start putting pressure and all that once we get goal line. But you're already in field goal range. You're already gave up 3.
Why not do that on the opposite side of the field?
My point, bro. You didn't already gave up 3.
You already given up a couple.
With a minute and 2 seconds left in the game in the first half, and we get the ball back. Why not? Right. This is our big stop right here, and try and let us get 3 points going to halftime, and we get the ball back.
That's a fact.
Think about it from this point though. They only scored they scored 3 points after this fight. The defense, they did good, but like you said, I would like to see more pressure early. Like, I don't know why the pressure comes so late in the drive.
And put them out their misery. Like, have you ever like in a fight? Like in a fight, if you eliminate the dude and sock him up in the beginning, you take away his heart. You know what I mean? But if you're letting him, if you punch him here, jab him here, and then he get into 1 or 2, and he gonna create a momentum. Like, okay. But if you just come in here and just really put it on somebody in the very beginning, you're gonna eliminate their, heart. You know what I mean?
Right.
But the stream is over, bro. They didn't knocked us off again.
Yeah.
I don't know if we because of us not continuing it and stopping too much or whatever, but the stream is unavailable right now, so we just gonna go ahead and end it, my guys. And I'll check y'all out next Wednesday. Y'all can see it on y'all screen too, right? Anybody?
Yeah, it says stream unavailable.
I'm viewing it on.
Yeah, stream unavailable. So
suspended for
we out of here.
violation.
Yeah, we out of here, fellas. I don't know what we doing wrong, but we doing the same thing we do every week, you know what I mean, that we was doing, you know what I mean, and getting through these highlights. But I feel we just got to start going faster instead of having it sitting here pausing like it is right now, you know what I mean, and just continue going through it, get through the highlight, then we can come back and talk, you know what I mean, talk again. You get what I'm saying?
All right.
But that's what I feel we're going to do next week. We got enough done, you know what I mean, this week or whatnot, and we'll just elaborate that. Do our normal thing. When we get into these highlights, bro, we're one place, stop, talk, let y'all talk, you know what I mean? We continue doing what we're doing, and then we can just continue moving forward with the stream. Hold on. Matter of fact, if I stop streaming, they may let us back on, you know what I mean? So just stay on your phone.
Yeah, because I thought you was going to get Warren on too, that would have been dope too.
Yeah. Let me see.
Because whoever's following the page on YouTube, they'll get the notification that you pop back up on live.
Yeah, it's back on right now. Yeah, it just came back on right now. Hey Warren, if you still there, my guy, hop back on. You know what I mean? We done with the highlights. Yeah, it's back up right now. So if you done with if you still there, Warren, I just hit the link right there. Just hop on and we'll chop it up about next week. What's y'all thoughts and everything. And before he do hop on, I do want to mention with our score predictions right now. Cass is leading. Cass and Jay is tied at 1 apiece, and then this week I won, so that makes us all tied at 1 apiece. Yeah, we back right now. We back. So we all tied at 1 apiece with the score. There go Warren right there. So he about to come on right now. So one apiece for everybody going into this week. Before there we go, Warren right there. And before Warren continue, what's up, big dog? We gonna do something real quick amongst us, and then we're gonna go ahead and chop it up with you. So before we get ahead and start chopping it up with Warren, go ahead and go with some predictions. Jay, you go first this week, Cass, and then Cass, Jay. Cass, me, then Jay.
Okay, copy that. So next week,
who goes first, Cass?
Hold on. Cass, me, and then Jay.
Okay, copy that. So this week against Houston, interesting. I mean, with their record, man, shit, I feel like game gonna be. My prediction is 37 to. I'll give them 10.
It's not bad.
All right, give me so Cash, you 37-10.
Yep.
Eagles. And me. And then see the games like this though. I'm gonna do a little lower score than I did last week because we're gonna be on top of them quick in defense to be able to shut them down, and we'll have our subs in and we'll be running the ball a whole lot. So I see us 31-17.
Yo, me and Marcel's mind gotta be thinking that. I'm gonna take give me 34-20.
34-20.
Yeah, remember Jalen's from Houston, so Jalen gonna try to ball.
What's going on, Kush? Appreciate you tuning in, my brother. He a Steelers. Hey, he a Steelers.
He said that.
He's my neighbor right here. And
Condolences.
Man, Battle of Pennsylvania, huh? So we got Cass at 37-10, me at 31-17, Jay at 31-20. All right, and that's pretty much our scores from last week too. If you look at it, me, I went 34-17. I went 31-17. Jay went 31-20. He going 34-20. Yeah. And Cass went 28-13. So he boosting it all the way up. He feeling like he want to win this week. You know?
Especially because we pick up some extra pieces, man. And yeah.
And this is our time to shine.
I'm telling you, Jalen from Houston, man. It's a homecoming game for me. You know, he's gonna have a lot of family there, his people's there, everybody he probably gonna have 100 people at that game.
Hey, but take in consideration and watch on that D line how Milton Williams gonna get these extra reps with Jordan Davis being gone, bro.
Yep. Milton Davis is that next man up, so it's gonna be interesting to see.
And then also that's letting Kasir White play more too. With that formation they was running when Jordan Davis came in the game, they took a backer out. Yes, you know what I mean? Kasir White gonna be able to get a lot more reps instead of Bradley being there in the middle by himself.
He got a lot of tackles last week too, Kasir White.
Most definitely.
I like seeing the Kobe Dean out there, honestly.
Yeah, I mean, honestly, he too small. I like him on special teams, what he's doing, and with the backers that we have, an extra year of him developing and putting on size, I feel would do him justice next year. I don't see him getting no reps this year, bar the injuries. You know what I mean? He's just too small. And imagine Kelsey going to second level blocking somebody like that. He's gonna put him in a diaper. You know what I mean? And burp him. You know what I mean? Like real shit. Like like Dean is
Yeah.
too little. You know what I mean? Just my personal opinion. He's a baller, but he need a year of development and continue staying on special teams, getting them hits. You know, avoiding because that's going to help him on as a linebacker, middle linebacker. Creating that space on special teams, avoiding blockers, everything like that. Same thing he's going to have to do on the D line and the offensive line. You know what I mean? Avoid them D linemen and offensive linemen and dissecting it and seeing where that ball's at, bro. And he's so short too, bro. It's just he need that extra year because he get in the game and you want
Practice on his belt, yeah.
you get in the game like you're saying right now. You want him to play, and then he get in the game and he a disappointment. Now, oh, he's a bust. We need to get rid of him. You know, all that. No, let him get a little bit of time under his belt, and he'll be all right.
Yeah. Okay.
Hey, how you doing today, my brother? What's your
I'm good.
what's your input on the keys to winning in Houston?
I think we did with the Steelers. I don't know about you guys, but outside of everywhere, I feel like everybody's still doubting Jalen Hurts' throwing ability, and I think tomorrow's game is his best opportunity to showcase that. I would like to see him maybe do about 300 yards passing, maybe less running, more passing. That's what I would like to see, but we might get that. And he in Houston, he in his hometown, he gonna ball out. He got to settle that debate people got. I'm ready to see the debate against who's better, Dak Prescott or Jalen Hurts, because that's gonna be the great debate by the end of the season.
Yeah, and I feel the exact same thing with you. I feel Jalen's going to show out and the team going to show out for him and represent for him, knowing that's his hometown. And that's why I say Smitty or Quez is going to be the guy to watch out this week. Of course, Goddard going to get his money, you know what I mean, and eat as usual. But this week is going to be something special for Smitty or Goddard because you look at it, we got Nelson. We going up against Nelson now. Nelson that was on our team last year, our corner. Mm-hmm. You know what I mean? He with Houston this year.
Nelson.
So he gonna come with some vengeance. You know what I mean? Some extra incentive to play harder, and then it's gonna make our receivers play harder also to bust his ass. You get what I'm saying?
That's a fact.
Yeah. We gonna ball on him though.
Yeah, I feel our keys to winning this week will be our offensive line again. And defense shutting down their wide because you see what Brandon Cook said. He playing with some extra motivation this week, also with them trying to trade him. You know, saying that they was playing with his career and he got a lot to prove right now. So you know, and the last time he played the Eagles, Malcolm Jenkins put his ass out. You know what I mean, for the rest of the game in the Super Bowl. You know what I mean? So it's going to be a revenge game for him and Nelson. So it's going to be our defense to step up. You know what I mean? And it's hard. That's like a Hollywood Brown out there, you know, on Slate. That's going to have somebody that going to have Slate running every play up and down. You're going to see Slate coming out the game, too, for substitution from having to run so much. And McPherson going to get some reps this week also because of that factor right there. You know what I mean? They're going to be running Slay ass so much around the field because they're going to be playing down. You know, their quarterback going to have to throw the ball 90% of the time in this game right here.
I agree with Warren, though, about him throwing the ball and just because I'm looking at the numbers right now. He didn't rush last week he only had 2 rushes for 10. He had 285 passing. But if he could stick to that and then just complement it with the running, I mean, he's unstoppable. He's literally unstoppable. In certain games, like he only rushed twice last week, passed for 285, which is that's good for a quarterback. You don't really want to see a quarterback. Like the earlier games in the season, he's taken 17 attempts, 11 attempts, 9 attempts, 6 attempts, 16 attempts, 15. Yeah. You don't want your quarterback in the line of fire that many times. You know, you do want him to use his arm, but like Warren said, he just needs a couple more games of these heavy, more pass and run games, and he should be all right. Because as a team, to me, they still haven't got the full. Like people are believing it, but all they keep referring to is the schedule. But let me tell you something: no matter what team you're playing, it's not easy to win the NFL. I mean, these boys have won 7 straight, and Jalen's winning streak is going back to last season. You understand? As a starter, so you know, look at like, see, this is what I'm talking about, right? That's a heaven for any Eagles fan. Literally, look at this. Look at the double team. Everybody, and look at that.
And nobody on the D line is winning.
Nobody.
Bro.
Not even
Our
close to
O-line,
it. Look how
bro.
much space is in between everybody.
He could sit there for another 3-4 seconds, bro, and ain't nobody coming to him. Their best D lineman, Hayward, is double teamed right there, so he's not getting nowhere. You know what I mean?
Get the chair out because he about to take a seat.
Yeah, get the lawn chair out because he can take and open up the sports section in the newspaper. And the pistol ain't even ready. He ain't even cocked and ready to throw it. He's ready to throw it, but he's not in throwing formation. The ball's not above the shoulder. The front foot is not pointed to where he's throwing or anything, bro. So, like right there, that's just cocked and ready. It's the one in the chamber, but he ain't pulled the trigger yet.
Do you know which play this came off of? Was this one of the touchdown throws?
This is one of the touchdown throws.
Yeah, because one of the touchdown throws, he had a long time, and that's just the kind of the play that it looks like it was from.
Yeah, this is the play to Pascal right here.
I just want to say something really quick in regards to Jalen Hurts. I beg to differ than you all's opinion because I believe when we was looking at the stats within the first 4 weeks that we played, Jalen Hurts had close to 1,000 passing yards and like 400 something rushing yards.
Yeah.
He is now closer to 1,800. So within the next 4 weeks, and we had a bye, he tacked on another almost 900 passing yards. How can you? I mean, it's hard to ignore those stats.
And you see the problem is, the problem is going to be right now too, which I don't care, but it will care for him and with his payday. He should be the overall leader for MVP right now, which they're not mentioning. They're putting so much hype on Josh Allen and all them. Josh Allen and them is not the clear favorites in the AFC to me personally. You have a defending champ of Kansas City Chiefs. Then you got Miami, what they're doing right there. And I mean, like you can name 2 more teams in that Lamar Jackson. You know what I mean? You can put them right there. You can add a couple of more teams. I don't see them being a clear favorite. I don't see nobody giving us a real problem in the NFC but the Vikings or the 49ers come playoff times or the Cowboys.
A lot of power rankings still have them ranked number 2, and the Bills number 1, and that's okay. The Eagles do much better as an underdog. This year we don't got the underdog mask. This year we got the Batman mask.
Right. You saw Jason Kelsey wearing that, right?
If they want to play, I always love the fact when there's doubt on that. We always have played better with a team that they're not. People don't even believe we 7-0 and nobody want to really talk about it like that. They keep overlooking it like the schedule is weak. But let me tell you something. Our division plays the same teams as us. Everybody has the same amount of home games, same amount of away games. So,
hey, the Vikings is 6-1 and the Cowboys is 6-2.
And we beat both of them handsomely.
Yeah.
We beat both of them handsomely.
Put work on them.
And the Vikings got the same record as the Bills.
One of the commentators said, everybody a lot of people is saying that we got the easiest schedule of the season or whatever. That's their opinion. But the thing is, at the end of the day, he said, this is the NFL. These are a bunch of professionals, so everybody get respect across the board. There is no easy schedule, period. You're playing against the professionals, period.
Look at us in our position that we're in. The reason why we're having a not so good schedule because we wasn't the number 1 team. You know what I mean? And so we're playing second and third place teams. But we're such a better team now. We're a first place caliber type of team. So that's why they're saying our schedule. If we were the same team, it would just be 2 sorry teams going against each other. You know what I mean? Let they tell it. But since we're clearly the favorite and dominating and did so good in the draft, in the free agency, they're saying our schedule is weak.
Exactly.
Because of the position we landed in from last season's not so good schedule.
And we were 5-2.
But a lot of those teams that were good last year ain't really that good this year, though. When you think about it, like the Bucks struggling.
Packers,
Cincinnati doing okay. Yeah,
the
Packers,
Rams.
They are struggling this year. So you can say we have the easiest schedule, but I feel like we playing competitive teams. Like the only team I feel like we ran over was really the Commanders, honestly. Like the Jags, you can't really sleep on the Jags either. You can't sleep on the Jags.
The Arizona win was impressive.
Yeah.
We went to Arizona, we took care of Marcel. We took care of them in their house, and they wasn't really struggling to the point where they were terrible at that point.
Only game I felt really comfortable with is, like you said, the Commanders and then the Steelers game. All the other games has been close watch games, and we played them to the fourth quarter.
Also,
And a couple of interceptions here, fumbles, strip sacks has won games for us, bro, in those close games.
Also, when we played
Yeah.
Jacksonville, remember we went down 14-0. That was a
Facts.
great adversary.
Yep.
Great adversary. You know what I'm trying to say?
Adversity.
Adversity
Yeah,
test. My
yeah.
fault. Adversity. My fault. My words are twisted. But that was a great test for them. 14-0 at home in the rain versus
Man.
former coach.
And then y'all
Yeah.
see what happened the next day in Philly after we beat the Steelers. It rained, postponed it. The weather postponed it, the World Series.
Right.
So we kind of like could have been a flip on winning that game if it would have been down to possessions and running the ball. You don't know what happens in the rain. You know what I mean? Kickoffs, all that. So we got lucky, Mother Nature, by one day and was able to continue this winning record. You know what I mean? So, hey, Warren, you said you in Texas
Yeah.
right now, right?
Yeah, I'm in Fort Worth.
Hey, man, we trying to do a link up, man, for the first playoff game of this that we're able to play. If we do the first round bye and then and we play the week 2 of the playoffs, then we're gonna try to get out there. So I'm just trying to let you know, if you want to link up, man, we can start planning now and start putting a little bread up, you know what I mean, for that, you know what I mean, and it'll be good. So, you know, we get an Airbnb, you know, make it cheaper on everybody or something, you know what I mean, and we'd be good to go from there. I ain't got no problem sleeping on no couch or no floor to save some bread.
Yeah,
You know?
yeah, bro. We need the not the Cowboys. We need more Eagle fans out here, bro. Like it's I've been telling people, I'm like, yo, we them boys, don't worry about that. We got that. So with the first, so if we get the first week bye, does that mean that we got all the rest home games?
Yeah,
In the
that we,
playoffs?
we would have
Yeah,
two
yeah,
home
yeah.
games. That's why I said we would link up and do that, because I'm not the
Yeah.
type of person that's going to be like, oh, I don't want to go to the second round. I want to go to the NFC Championship game, and it ain't no guarantee. It's the playoffs. It's win or go home. You'll mess around and not make
You gotta
the
take
playoffs.
the first game. You gotta
Yeah.
take the first game.
Yeah, got to take
Yeah.
the first game. So that's why if me, Cash, and Jay linking up, you know what I mean, on that week, you know what I mean, if you down for it, let us know, you know what I mean, and we'll do it, you know what I mean, as all, you know what I mean, or if y'all want to bring the wifeys, girlfriends, whatever, you know, I'm most likely 99% I'm going to have the wifey with me, you know what I mean, and out there. So if y'all want to bring y'all wifeys and stuff like that, you know what I mean, y'all more than welcome, and then we can do some couple stuff on in New York, or if not, then I just tell the wifey I'm going with the homies to New York, you know what I mean, for that day, and then we'll keep it pushing from there, and then the game we'll all link up or whatever. But you know what I mean, it's so many options, you know what I mean, with that, especially with it being playoff season out there, and the atmosphere is going to be crazy in Philly, you know what I mean. So that's something I want to do for sure, you know what I mean. It's going to be like a few more homies. I'm gonna have like 4 or 5 other homies, you know what I mean, that may be watching, you know what I mean. They're gonna pull up on us, you know what I mean.
I
That
would
came
love
out.
to tailgate over there, man. I know people over there too, so we could go. I definitely set up a tailgate situation for us.
Oh yeah, most definitely, and then there it is there. So say less. That's the main thing, bro. I have never ever experienced a tailgate like Philly, bro. You know what I mean? That's one of the
Right.
best tailgates ever, my guy.
Ever. Like literally, the door gates open early. We could get there as early as possible.
Most definitely.
So I
And
got
then-
a question for y'all.
Yeah.
Mhm.
So as far as the way we looking right now, do y'all see this being something that can be that competitor for the next 5-6 years? Or because I've been having a lot of people say, oh, y'all just a Cinderella team. Nah, bro, we ain't got no pumpkins this year.
No.
We ain't got no
Nah.
pumpkins.
If
So,
you really
so
look
that's
at
what I'm saying. What do y'all think we need to add on to our team to where we become that competitor every year, year in, year out? Like
I'm gonna elaborate on that a little bit. I don't think we need to add nothing else but a new outside backer to replace BG when he leaves, to have extra depth. We need to get another center for when Kelsey leaves, and we got a backup already for him, but we need a backup for him, you know what I mean, to keep line depth, and we need to pay Bradbury and CJ. If we can do those 4 things right there, I feel as we could be a dynasty for the next 4 years, bro. Easy. If we can get them long term with with CJ and Bradbury, because Jalen Hurts is a no-brainer. That ain't even talked about, because we know we got to do that.
Yeah, that's a thing.
Yeah, and we got AJ Brown and we got Devontae Smith. They ain't going nowhere either. So, yeah.
Mal Sanders is his last year also, so we got to figure out something with him also.
Yeah.
But just far as moving forward, we need a new center and a new outside backer.
So we got
continue
2
that depth.
first-round picks this year, brothers. 2 first-rounders.
And we still got the 2 first rounders, right? And that was a dope trade
I
for
know, I
Robert
keep
Quinn
forgetting about
from
that.
the Vikings. That 5th round pick, we got Robert Quinn from the. That's dope.
Yeah, I think it was the 4th rounder.
Oh, 4th round pick. You're
They're
right.
in position. I'm telling you, the Eagles. Howie is really the GOAT, man. Howie, all to Howie, man.
Real shit. And with that, we got a season that we have right now. You know what I mean? And once again, man, we gonna be back again. We're gonna do this Tuesday, or do y'all want to do Wednesday again still?
Yeah, Wednesday works.
Yeah, Wednesday
Wednesday
works
still-
for me. Yeah, because I'm off on Wednesdays. Tuesday.
Then there, say less. Say less. We do keep it on Wednesday. Only reason I say we're gonna move it up is that since this game is on Thursday, you know, and then we're waiting until Wednesday to do it again. But we all good. You know, we'll just keep it as set schedule, so you know people know that watch the show that we're gonna always be on Wednesday at 5:00 Eastern. 8:00 Eastern, 5 o'clock Pacific Standard Time. So. Hey, Warren, appreciate you for tuning in, my brother, and hopping on the panel with us. We about to get out of here. We like 11 minutes over than what we normally do.
Yes,
He just hopped off. I guess says his device is not connected. There you go. Hey, appreciate you, Warren.
I appreciate you guys, bro. Yeah.
Hey, once
sir.
again, man, we if you most definitely you tuning in next week, man, we'll bring you up on the panel again to end the show like we always do, and we chop it up about keys to the victories for that week, and then just anything that's going on. We'll get your input on it. We greatly appreciate you hopping on the panel, my brother.
Most def. I appreciate y'all, bro. Y'all have a good night.
You
Yes,
do the
sir.
same.
You too, Warren.
Yeah, man. So basically, like I said, man, we did this. We got our score predictions for this week. You know what I mean, and everything. So we're gonna go. I don't know if y'all gonna got Amazon Prime and able to watch the games or whatnot. But if y'all don't, you know what I mean, then I'm gonna send y'all this group, the Eagle group on Facebook. But I'll do it for y'all regardless, and I'll stream live every game in there, so y'all be able to see the game or whatnot if y'all ain't able to watch it. But you, Jay, you should get it on local TV. I think it's channel 17 or something in Philly. You know what I mean? I mean Jersey.
Yeah, I'm definitely gonna watch it either way on Prime. I got Prime either way.
Yeah, because I think Jersey and Delaware, y'all get it on local TV. You know what I mean?
Yeah, sometimes they'll put it up on the local TV. It depends.
Yeah.
Really quick before we sign off, we ain't do who you think is going to be the key factor to the win, the contributing win that's coming up next week.
Oh, I did mine, but good. Go ahead. I'll say it again. I'll say it was the offensive line.
You said the offensive line. You
Yeah.
saying the whole line, not just one person.
Yeah, just the line. That's going to be
Okay.
the key. That's why I brought that picture up there. But if you
I'll
want me
take
to,
the linebackers. I'll take the linebackers because of that rookie Pierce. He's pretty good on Houston.
but if you want me to do the fear factor of basically just picking one person, like I said, I'll do Smitty this week right here.
That's what I was going to go with. That was going to be my
Agent
that was going to be
six.
my option. I was going to say
Then we
Smitty
in
and
agreement. Then we in agreement.
Yeah.
Hey, once again, bro, I appreciate y'all logging on and dropping comments for those that's tuned in. We greatly appreciate it. Birds of a feather flock together, Eagles podcast, man. This is week 8. You know, next week be week 9, man. We greatly appreciate it. We're gonna get into this last comment right here, and then we're gonna get up out of here. Yeah, that's the thing, Coach Diggs, y'all. We got Trey Sermon in the cut. Ain't nobody seen him yet, so we got a extra weapon. You know what I mean, right there. So ain't too many people able to see him and get no reps and everything like that. So come towards the long haul, towards the end, we're gonna have a big bruiser back, or bigger bruiser back, should I say, than the backs that we have. He's not that big, but he's bigger than the ones that we have right now. So, and like I said, once again, man, we greatly appreciate everybody tuning in, dropping comments. Once again, Cash and Jay, man, I appreciate y'all, you know,
Yes, sir.
as always, every week, and appreciate the NFC commentary, Jay, and the NFC East commentary, Cash, man. We're gonna get back on it next week, man, and go Birds, man, until
Yes,
next
sir,
week.
go Birds.
And we got to get this win tomorrow, man. So
We're
once
gonna get
again,
it.
appreciate y'all, man. Until next week, my brothers.
Fly, Eagles, fly.
Fly.